in a sense that you don't want your two key forwards to be the same. You want one to be maybe a bit more versatile, maybe a little bit shorter, more quick, more skillful or something. Then you want the other to be the opposite, maybe more tall, a bigger body, better in contested marks, drags other defenders to him. Like, you want different players with different leading patterns. But I mean, it's not the end of the world they get, you know, twins on the team, given that, to be honest, one will always be injured. Unfortunately, that's just in their genetics. But makes sense. Gold Coast could get a lot from him, hopefully, and I think he'll leave. Chad Wingard, he was nearly very close to leaving, given that he was picked up in the redraft, or in the rookie draft, whatever it was. But he stayed at Hawthorn, but I still think in 2024 he's going to leave. He's a non-free agent, it says here. I think it goes to the Kangaroos. The reason he goes to the Kangaroos is Clarko might want to link up with him again. Clarko might want some experience. I also think Wingard could go to a team like the Eagles, or a team like Richmond, a shit team that might want a bit of experience to help the youth. But I've gone with Kangaroos because the Kangaroos have a habit of picking up washed old players. Adam Tomlinson, I've said here, he's going to go to GWS, back to where he originally came from. It hasn't quite worked out at Melbourne. I mean, in that premiership season, he was so good in that period of time, but the injury, the ACL, didn't win the flag with him, and he's since been out of favour since coming back from that injury. I feel like, you know, players don't usually go back to the old team, but he might do a Jack Gunston, he might do a fucking, I don't know. There's always stories of players going back to their old club later on in their career, and I think he's going to be one of those guys. Lastly, it's not in alphabetical order. I have some more Melbourne players, but I'm just going to go through Cam Zurhaar, purely because at the time of recording, there's been some speculation about him not signing a contract for the North Melbourne Football Club. Now, I do think he's going to stay, but he is a restricted free agent at the end of the season, so I guess he does have a little bit of flexibility there. Now, will he leave? Surely not. He had such a big go at Jason Horne-Francis for leaving that he would look a fool if he were to leave. But to spice things up, let's say he's going to leave. Where would he go? I actually haven't written down here where Cam Zurhaar would go, so I'm going to have to make it up this one. I feel like he would want some success. He wouldn't go to Port Adelaide because Jason Horne-Francis is there, that's for sure. I could see Cam Zurhaar going to Adelaide, okay? You know, spice things up. Adelaide versus Port Adelaide, Zurhaar versus Jason Horne-Francis. Spice things up, cook up a spicy meal right there. Anyway, I've got quite a few more, which I am gonna save for part 2 of this video. So stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments if any of these trades will happen. Am I, you know, absolutely flipping out? What am I even talking about? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you in another video.